3 flags or 6 orbs? 3 flags or 6 orbs? Which one? The old argument on Dragon Link. Which one's better? This video is about slot strategies. And if you believe in them. I know there's quite a few prominent YouTube channels that all they talk about is slot strategies. All they talk about is, I did this slot strategy and I got this. But I don't think that statement is 100% true. You did do that, and at that time it worked. When you did that, the luck was in your favor. The random number generator, generated the random numbers for you, and you got it. I don't really think, guys, and this is just my personal opinion and experience in Dragon Links, I don't really think that there's a such thing as slot methods on Dragon Link or any slot machine. I think the only strategy is bankroll management and how much you bet, what you're losing, what you're winning. Sure, when we change it up and we hit a bonus, we might believe in that slot strategy. And it's normal to believe that slot strategy. But you just got lucky, basically. And you know what? That's my belief. That's what I believe. After years and years of playing and chasing and trying to hit a grand, I just can't seem to get that damn last box. Now, I watched a video, and this is probably a more important thing I'm about to say, and I'm going to give credit where credit is due on this one. I'm not going to say that I came up with this and I've realized this. No, I actually didn't even know. I didn't even really pay attention to this until Mark from Gamble Smart explained it to us in his amazing channel, Gamble Smart, on YouTube. They talked about. Let me move into a more tranquil area. Give me a second. How you guys doing, by the way? Let's go over here. I didn't pay attention to this, but Mark from Gamble Smart explained it perfectly on how these things work. The bonus rounds work. The grand jackpot and what to look out for works on a 6 or bonus. Okay, now you got to be really paying attention to figure this thing out. I'm usually having fun. I'm usually playing the slots, and it's kind of hard to point out. But he explained it, Mark did, where you actually can see there's different percentages on balls. And he explains it to the T. Like, the way he explained it, I understood it the first time around. I get it. Look at this, guys. I wish I had the money to build something like this. Look at this. Reconstruction. Boom. Bayfront property. Boom. But Mark from Gamble Smart explained it perfectly, and I understood it. How every single ball has a percentage, and that last ball that you see that never really lands, hardly ever lands, right? He explained it so perfectly. There are different percentages. There's different layouts to this thing. When you get into a 6 or bonus on Dragon Link, and by the way, I'm talking about Dragon Link, right? When you get into a 6 or bonus, there are different percentages. That last ball is like 1 out of 100, I think he said, to land. 1% out of 100. That's why you never see it flash, right? Other balls are like 1 out of 40. I kind of got the gist of what he was saying. And it made sense. It made a lot of sense because, man, that last ball, that's why, and here's the reason why that last ball sometimes flashes. It flashes because you got that 1 out of 10, 1 out of 100 ball. You already got it to land on another box. You get it? That last 1 out of 100 ball, or it could be 1 out of 1,000. I don't believe it's that close. Where the last ball is 1 out of 100, it could be 1 out of 1,000. Whatever. The one box in there. When I talk about boxes, you know the 6 orb bonus. You got 3, 3, 3, 3, and 3. That's 15 orbs. And 1 out of 15 is the lowest chance of landing. Let's say it's 1 out of 100, right? The reason why you see in some cases where people hit a grand and it's flashing, the reason is because they got that last hardest ball to land first. Sometimes you see where the screen, and by the way, those boxes rotate. There's one box in there that you don't see any ball flying through the spins. But it doesn't stick to one box. Every time you spin it, it goes to this box. It goes to that box. It goes to this box. There are times, and I've seen this on other videos, where people have actually got that hardest ball to land first. That's why when it's, let's say, 14 out of 15, you see maybe a 1 out of 40 box that's live for it. That's why you see it flashing sometimes. And then when you see it flashing a lot, that means, hey, there's a good chance of you getting that last orb. He explained it to the T. It was amazing how he explained it, and I loved it, and I got it, and I understood it. That being said, they're all different random number generators. You know, it's all different generation of numbers. And I think that, and I'm not 100% sure at this. Look, guys, I'm more of like a having fun on the casino floor and enjoying slots than a technical guy. You know that. But from my very fun experience on Dragon Link, I got that there are different number generators for the gameplay screen, and then there's different number generators for the bonus screens. And there are also different number generators for and different outcomes for the 3 flag or 3 balloon or 3 apple or whatever bonus too. It's a very complex software. You know, it's not really cut and dry. There's so much, you know, there's so much to understand. And these game developers, it's not easy. You know, you can't crack the code. That's why when people that are not in the inside, they think they know the inside of Dragon Link, and they think they got the software down and they got the method down. No, guys, it's basically what Mark said makes a lot of sense, and I happen to agree with Gamble Smart channel on this one. But when somebody says bet $5, then go back to $5 pennies, and then fluctuate, do the ladder bet, do this, do that, I don't believe in that. I just believe that you just got lucky pressing that button at that moment. You understand, there's time. There's very valuable seconds that go by, right, when you change denominations, okay? So random number generation is like thousands and millions of just outcomes, just spinning until you hit that split second button on the spin. Now, a dead spin is the most common outcome, right? That's why dead spins are all very common. Near misses are very common, right? Well, they're not that common, but it's considered as a dead spin, right? Near misses. So there's different outcomes to when you press the button. So the bigger the prize, the least chance you have to get the outcome. But when you change denominations, it's not because you changed the denomination. It was just that fraction of time that it took you to change the denomination that it just landed on that. You know, there's so many methods I can go through. Ladder betting. Now, it is true, and I believe this. I don't have proof, but you know, I believe this, that if the higher you bet, let's say the machine has a $50 max. The closer you get to that $50 max bet, the higher chances of getting bonuses, of course, right? The smaller you bet, let's say you bet 50 cents, the lesser chance you have of getting something nice. So it's all relative to your bet. I get that, and that makes a lot of sense, right? It makes a lot of sense. That's why you see a lot of slot channels hit majors, because they're betting thousands of dollars a spin sometimes, but the major is only $5,000, right? Let me tell you something, guys. If you're betting $500 a spin, or even $100 a spin, getting a $5,000 major is only 50x. It's only a 50x bonus. It's not that hard to get a 50x bonus on Dragon. I think it's harder to get when you're betting higher in value. The only reason why it's harder to get, not because of the machine, it's hard to get because your money runs out. Does that make sense? You can bet a lot of spins on 50 cents. You see a bigger sample size. By the way, guys, a break in the action. I'm going to give you something nice to look at. The scenery here. Let's see if we can see some interesting boats. What jackpot do I need to hit so I can buy this boat? It's a nice one too, right there. I had one Modelo already, but now I'm going for number 2. I decided to go with the old reliable Modelo. I like Modelo beer. It's good. Just watching boats go by is so relaxing, clearing your mind. Oh, say, can you see? Hey, man, do you gamble? I bet you this guy never gambles. Gamblers don't own boats. Just like gamblers don't own Ferraris. This is the life, guys. This is the life, not casinos. This is the life. This is the life. The life. You're probably thinking why I'm showing you some scenery. Well, this is for all you viewers and followers that enjoy the scenery on Storytime Slots. It's for you guys, man. It's for you guys. And thank you for leaving me feedback on what you want to see. What does it say? Titan, what is it? Oh, Jesus. I just read it, guys. I just read it. Hey, look at these guys. That is funny. You see what that says? Oh, man. Hey, I think you can take the award for the best one. You got the smallest boat, but you got a flag that is funny, guys. That is funny. You got it. That is tough. You know what? How much are one of those, man? I just want one of those things. Yeah, I gotta lose some weight, or else that thing will go down if I get on it. Oh, that's nice. Coming up. Look, these guys are probably laughing at what this says. What are these, bunch of teenagers? I wish I was their age. Nothing to worry about, no gambling. How much do you think one of these guys or gals are gonna be into gambling when they grow up? Rock and roll. Don't gamble, ladies, when you get older. Look at this thing. Jeez, look at this thing. Wow. I bet you this guy doesn't gamble. Drinks a lot of beer, though. Oh, man. I feel like having some barbecue, man. I feel like having some nice barbecue right now. Nice ribeye steak. Look at this thing. Man, everywhere you look over here. It's so fun to be on a jet ski, man. When I was in my 20s and 30s, we used to go jet ski all the time. Lake Tahoe. Man, it was such a good time, man. Just to rekindle that feeling. Hey guys, even something like this is cool, you know? Like, I don't need no big ass yacht. Even something like this is cool. Like, how much do these things run? All right, now, so we went from boats, yachts, to homes. Now, any one of these, I mean, this is beautiful. Any one of these would do. I mean, just look at this block. Like, come on, guys. Any one of these would really do. This one's nice. Nice remodel. Beautiful home. Just any one of these, man. And you know what the funny thing is? No one's enjoying their homes. I'd be enjoying doing barbecue, calling you guys over, partying. I'm just making sure I'm recording. Yeah, you see a bigger sample size when you are betting small bets because you can. But if you're doing $100 spins, you don't see as many bigger sample size. You don't see as big a sample size. So, but it's not like, I think the chances of you getting a 50x hit is the same as when you're betting $1. When you're betting $1 and you get a $50 bonus, that's not really uncommon. That's not rare either. How many times, like $50 bet, a $50 win, that's a minor on a penny Dino. So it really is not common. I mean, it's not uncommon to win $50 betting $1. But we see more of a sample size when you're betting because it's easier to go through $100 and you get more spins out of $100 with $1 than if you were to do $100 spin. Yeah, who has that kind of money to burn, right? You got to detach. Here's the thing about gambling, guys. You got to detach your emotions, and it's hard. You know, there's a lot of emotions involved in gambling. There's a lot of emotions that go through you because, number one, their money's going away faster than you think. I don't want to lose money. I get mad. I get upset. I get happy when I win. And but those guys, they detach that. They detach the emotions out of what they're talking about. That's why when I talk about it, I get all emotional, I get all upset because I'm reliving what I went through losing that day. But with them, it's like even keel, you know, this is it, this is what it is. And I want to give it up to them because of that explanation they did with that 6 orb, the lay of the land kind of thing. It was cool because that it just made me realize a few things. So let me tell you something. Next time you play Dragon Link, and they said this in their video, next time it's hard to spot. It's hard to follow. But take a look at where that blank square is next time. And when you look at that, you'll see that, hey, if that thing lands, that hardest square to get, if it lands before your bonus is over, and you got, let's say, 3 spins to go, chances are you have a better shot at hitting the grand now. You know that the hard part is over, and that last square, man, it would suck. I mean, there's been times where you get, how many times has this happened to you? And I hate it. How many times you get a 6 orb bonus and nothing lands for 3 spins? Like you see all these flashing balls every square, but all these squares are empty. 9 squares are empty, but nothing lands. That happens too. That's like a bad bonus, a bad dud bonus. The only reason why there would be a good bonus is when you get a big ass orb right there, you know, like a big ass orb. That usually happens too. You get like a 100x orb in those 6 balls, the first 6 balls, and then it just dies out. It's crazy, man. If I had it all figured out, and Gamble Smart Channel will tell you the same thing. If we had it all figured out, we'd be billionaires by now, but we don't. We go there. For me, like I said, it's all emotion. Methods, I kind of don't believe in them. Sorry, guys. Sorry to burst your bubble. If I did a method and it worked, I'm the smartest guy in the room. But I just got lucky. It doesn't mean that it works. It doesn't mean I'm not going to start writing books about Dragon Link or I know the method. No one wins all the time. I don't know one person that is always winning in slot machines. If that was the case, then other than that guy that cheated slots and got caught for like $50 million, remember in the back in the days, he had this thing where you would slip into the coin slot. And when there was the coin machines back in when Vegas was really good, it's a computer. It's random number generated. You're just getting lucky. That's basically it. Anyway, guys, I'll let you guys go. I just wanted to give my props to Gamble Smart, Mark, and is it Joe? Jeff? What's your name, bro? Anyway, you're good too. I like your channel. I watch your shit. Subscribe. Gamble Smart. Check it out. And subscribe to Storytime if you haven't subscribed to my channel. I like making content like this. This is why I started the channel in the first place. Making content like this. And I enjoy talking about things. I enjoy talking about gambling. I enjoy talking about the emotions of gambling, the what I observe and what I see. And I love it. Anyway, guys, we'll see you on the next one. Gamble Smart, rock and roll, Mark, and Jeffrey. What's your name? But anyway, rock and roll, guys. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and comment, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys. Dragon Link, rock and roll. Gamble responsibly. See you later.